What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and it's yet another episode of Life and Purpose. In today's video, I want to share with you 3 books I've actually read which has changed my general perspective on life. It has changed how I see things. And guys, these books will change your mindset and then set you up for success. So without wasting much time, let's get right into the video. Here, Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis. If you are tired of living a life that doesn't make you feel satisfied, you do not feel connected to the real you, it's because you too, like many others, are believing the lies surrounding you. From the time we came into this world to the time when we are in our deathbeds, we are exposed to a lot of information, not all which are true, but all which can affect us in one way or the other. This is what exactly happened to Hollis and left her feeling helpless and overwhelmed. However, determined to debunk those myths, she found her way towards truth, positivity, and living a life that felt like hers. Like she said in the book, "I'm successful because I never once believed my dreams were someone else's to manage." That's the incredible part about your dreams. Nobody gets to tell you how big they can be. The book discusses and debunks several lies or myths we often hear in our routine lives. And here are my takes from this book. You come first, and happiness depends on you. Always remember that your life and your happiness depends entirely on you. So whatever you wish to do, you must get up and do it, and don't wait for anyone else to bring you that happiness. Like she stated in the book, you should be the very first of your priorities. 2. Never give up on your dreams. Hollis insisted that you should never give up on your dreams, no matter how big or small the dream is. She's aware of how people are forced sometimes to give up on their dreams and abandon their deepest desires. She encourages her readers to stop doing that. One should never take no for an answer. Be aware of what you want and strive true and true. Outwitting the Devil. Outwitting the Devil is the most profound book I have ever read. It provides the keys for each of us to outwit the devil in our own lives. It shows us how to chart a course for success and to add value to the world around us through the process. Now, when you go through the interview with the devil, you may ask, did Napoleon Hill really interview the devil, or was it out of his own imagination? He said the devil he interviewed may have been real, just as he claimed to be, or he may have been the creation of his own imagination. Whichever he was, whether real or imaginary, is of little importance compared with the nature of the information conveyed through the interview. The important question is, does the interview convey dependable information which may be helpful to people who are trying to find their place in this world? If it conveys that sort of information, no matter whether it is conveyed in the form of fact or fiction, then it is worthy of serious analysis. And here is my take from this book. I remember the first day I picked up this book. It completely changed my life. The book's most secret is a Q&A between Napoleon Hill and the devil himself, who claims to influence fear into the population. He claims to use these 6 major fears to control the world: fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of ill health, fear of loss of love, fear of old age, and finally fear of death. I mean, ask yourself for a second, are any of these fears actually present in your life? Have any of these fears held you back from doing what you really want to do? The devil claims it is from his doing. Truly, when I finished school, I wanted to teach people the life-changing things I read from self-help books. However, at the time, the fear of criticism instantly held me back from taking action. Actions I knew were in the direction of my dreams. I was worried of what people would think of me, or who would listen to this quite weird girl who read books but have no real life experience of the real world. That was my rationalization anyway. The devil says when we fear things, we hesitate and we procrastinate and give reasons for not moving ahead because of our fears. Napoleon Hill said the only way we can outwit the devil is by learning to think for ourselves. I live wherever I choose. Time and space do not exist for me. I'm a force, best described to you as energy. My favorite physical dwelling place is the minds of people. I control a part of the brain space of every human being. The amount of space I occupy in each individual's mind depends upon how little and what sort of thinking that person does. As I have told you, I cannot entirely control any person who thinks, says the devil. Never accept things as they are. Do more research, read wide, Find out the truth for yourself. Be creative and in the end become more valuable to the world. Before I read this book, I used to think that motivation was the most important thing. But I was wrong. Motivation is a feeling. Motivation comes and goes. I mean, it's great, but then it's a temporary push. But now I feel discipline is the key to living the life of your dreams. It is discipline which eventually breaks down the barriers of all negative habits. The discipline for respecting yourself to say no to things which doesn't serve your life's purpose. Yes to the things that matter, and hopefully to a better and brighter future. Guys, this book is a must read if you want to have a wider perspective on life. 3. Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins. In this book, he talks about multiple valuable techniques for personal improvement. And here is the most valuable lesson I learned from this book. It is called the modeling process. He said that if you want to be successful in something, you have to model the best. You have to find people who are already a success in what you intend to be and imitate the actions they constantly take to achieve that goal. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to start all over again. Mind you, there is nothing new under the sun. All you have to do is model what is already a success in your field. Once you found the right people to model in your field, the next thing to do is to ask them. This might sound simple, but a lot of these models won't share their strategies right away with you just because you ask them. You have to give them something in exchange. You have to help them first before they can help you back. Now, asking them doesn't only mean talking to your role models personally. It also includes reading their books, some articles about them, and so on. Once you know their strategies, sometimes applying what you have learned from them, you will notice that only a few things they told you only produce the results you want. Now, not every single thing your model says or do applies for you. The same strategy might work for someone but seem inefficient to someone else. It is according to your own experience that you'll be able to create your own strategy. Success, they say, leaves clues. To become a modeler, you have to be a detective and an investigator. You have to learn from the experiences of others. You have to be someone who is constantly making questions and following clues of what produces excellence, always searching for new and more effective ways to achieve a certain goal. As Dr. Kwame Despite rightly put it, if you want to learn how to cook, you study cooking. If you want to be a lawyer, you study law. If you want to be an engineer or an architect, you study engineering or architecture. And if you want to be financially successful, you study others who have become financially successful before you. You find out what they did and you do the same things over and over until you get the same results.